listen to 2202 Gorilla Glue FM. I'm your host, Derek Montana, and today we got two special guests in the building. Rapper Verbz and producer Mr. Slipz. What's going on?
Not much, man, not much. Thanks for having us on the show, yo. We happy to be here. We just want to play you lot some of our new shit, really. Hope you dig it.
Alright, let's get into it.
Feeding my best, I bless Mike with the reason for defeating my stress. The season is left, summer got me seeking the next. Eager to stretch the limits that I keep in effect. Peaking at death, my intuition keep me in check. I've been slipping, still gripping the neck of any bottle I can get between a number of friends. The numbing will end, sunken in sun on the ends. Counting the months spent stuck on the fence. Blow wishes from the pen, smoke, sipping the leck. Sip and reflect, some still sit on the bench. My pen vents what I'm missing, then I spit it again. For all my friends in the thick of the mess. 21 still ticking a 10. Plenty fun done, spent nights skipping the fence. Kicking in heads, coming home, kicks them red. Licks them dead, just a couple kids on jet. Some too far gone, wanna picture instead. Memories of them, rest in the left of my chest. So, for now I stay walking the right way. Eyes lay low like suburban crime rates. My mind stay irate, product of a dire place. Tryna fight fate, find faith for my sake. I know time don't wait, tryna fight life's pace. I roam night and day. In a place I'm inclined to escape. Like, I love my city though the sky stay grey. Home with the brain, from nitties that be sitting in rain to the youngers getting busy legging paint on the train. All my hustlers getting busy, we just one of the same. Me, I spray on track till I conjure a name. This one's from my city where the hunger remains. Where the hunger remains. This one's from my city where the hunger remains. High-rise flats, life lost in the moment we lack. Caught in a time-lapse trap, tryna buy what we can. Live for the high life, night lights blinding a man. Decide and expand, climb or decline where you stand. My eyes on the plan, dying for the pride of the fam. No silencing man, rhyme for the cries of the damned. This whole scene's whack and I ain't liking the man. Spit facts and spite those who lie to the fans. Despite foes tryna line me up and ride on my man. So where do I go from here? Been flowing for years, a part of the road ain't clear. My heart heavy from the sober and feared. Living on borrowed time, trying to stress that to my peers. Trying to stress that to my peers.
Understand if you right, I be coming. If you right, my people thought you with me where you at. Understand what is it? Understand if you right. I be coming.
Hey yo, what the hold up, what the fuck? You got that real boom bap sound going on.
Yeah, I guess, man. Mad love, yo, mad love.
Yo, Verbz, man, where'd you get your inspiration from?
I don't really know, to be honest, bro. Life, I'd say.
Alright, that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, we're back. We got some callers here on the line from all over. The line's been going crazy. First caller, you're through the 222. What's going on?
Hey, what's up? Gorilla Glue FM, big fan from down under. This is Nelson Dialect, Adelaide to the core. You know how we do it. Shouts to Verbz, Mr. Slipz, the whole UK, Brighton posse.
Yo, who's next on the line?
Yo, it's Danny Sanchez. Big up Verbz and Mr. Slipz, man. Big up my guys.
Next caller, please.
Yo, big Ramsey, no Rambo, calling from RH. Caution, shouts out all the Craven man, them shouts out Verbz, shouts out Slip. Keep it tuned for the album, Skit.
Who's next, yo?
Yo, this is Frida One, aka DJ Quizak, aka Brenny Babs.
I hear you.
Just saying, when's the new Slipz and Verbzy gonna drop, man? I heard it's gonna be tight as fuck, dude.
That's what's up. Next caller.
Shouts to the lads at 2202, all about that Gorilla Glue. It's your boy No Modity. Stay locked.
Who's next, please?
Yo, this is Baby Boy G. Wanna shout out Verbz and Mr. Slipz and their new album. This one's gonna be live.
Man, who's next on the line?
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Janice from Portland, Oregon, USA. Just want to give a shout out to Mr. Slipz and Verbz, one of the illest duos on the ones and twos, and Mike, coming from Great Britain.
Word.
Love y'all. Peace.
I feel you, baby.
Everybody takes the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? If it's something they have to think about, they don't ever really give it a chance. And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of good music out there if you just sit and listen to it. You know what I mean? But they'd rather go with a catchy hook instead of lyrically listen to the whole song. They just listen to the hook and the beat. What they drink and they smoke and they dance on. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? But there's more to life.
Yo, my speech ill. From these streets where we deal with heartache to dark flake and e-pills, my steez still one of a kind. Other rappers they try, it's apparent that they ain't quite what we feel. So speak real or don't bother with your rapping. I ain't seeking cheap thrills, I seek what you can't imagine. Fed up with the same old patterns and fake actions. Strange characters changed by strange habits. From bait trapping to yay racking, we embrace madness. But as of late I can't manage, the manner ain't attractive. We seek papes to live lavish, spending days till them same days vanish. What a way to live, lacking balance or compassion. Damaged by my actions and mistakes I hid from the home of the complacent kids that came up quick and never truly learned why they hate the pigs. Burnt bridges for the sake of it, got nothing in return but the hate from the mates I licked. To my amazement, I ain't changed one bit. These grey pavements raised me, did my best, but things were shaky, trying to stay legit. Never caught a case, I'm slick, take a risk and aim to win. Just hope that they don't cage you when we play with gins. Rolling dice in the game of sin, cause we all pay a price for the ways we live. Ain't faced by this, my only aim's to do better. While you fight the weather with scuds and the can of Stella, amongst some brothers who don't realise there's more to life than cheddar. I hold my head up when I feel I'm close to getting fed up. I'm inclined to stay rhyming through my every endeavour. Me, I ought to find something I can treasure. I ought to find something I can treasure, but now's not the time, I guess I'll find out when I've met her. Ain't nothing changed, drop my pain on papes. I crave escape, but can't seem to make the break. In the grey cityscape, living day to day. These stains remain, I'm chained to the same old paves. Ain't nothing changed, drop my pain on papes. I crave escape, but can't seem to make the break. In the grey cityscape, living day to day. These stains remain, I'm chained to the same old paves. Keep my feet to the curb, breathing worth in each verse. My speech heard from these streets where we speak and observe. Concrete scenes where I learned to reason with words. As a team burning merch, seeking peace we yearn. Felt the burns of a love lost, dealt a lot worse. The cost paid but a loss earned. Sipping Voss, watching clocks turn, facing regret. Patient but yet waiting for the day to accept what it means to truly change and embrace my mess. Instead of wasting away to the hate in my head that I'm too afraid to shake or ashamed to vent. Ain't content, living without aim in debt. Still staying pages to maintain and claim respect. So what's next? I'll chase checks when the time's right. Until then I grips pen till my rhyme tight, composing sounds from the ends under night skies. This mic's mine for me to right my wrongs. Cries of a life lived through idle bonds. From times we long now gone, kept alive in songs. Eyes on the future, now it's time to move on. I'll prove wrong those who doubt what the crew's on. Can't afford to lose, moving ahead. Truthfully blessed, improving and just doing my best. For the sake of the music and the movement we set. My truth is immense, spew what I view as correct. Any mic, many might, but they losing I bet. Plenty times I felt strife, had me losing my head. Got me thinking that it's time to put the booze into rest. Real life, I'll invest in what I possess and keep at it with the passion. Not just rapping, trying to manage all I haven't left. Damaged by these patterns I can't balance yet. Damaged by these patterns I can't badness yet. Ain't nothing changed, drop my pain on papes. I crave escape, but can't seem to make the break. In the grey cityscape, living day to day. These stains remain, I'm chained to the same old paves. Ain't nothing changed, drop my pain on papes. I crave escape, but can't seem to make the break. In the grey cityscape, living day to day. These stains remain, I'm chained to the same old paves.
Falling, never falling 6 feet deep, I keep falling. 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 Never falling 6 feet deep, I keep never falling 6 feet deep.
Observations late night from blocks, vacant cops waiting for shots made from apes on scales to rocks laced with what? Anything to chase papers, I chase patience. Young niggas chase pagans from past situations. Fast living on pavements where some rest. As the sun sets, another sun's left. A glum death in the slums, yeah. We're trying to put down the chef for all the guns, yeah. Pressure from the jump, it's tense in the summer months. Kept the blunt lit and worried less once the lungs hit. Some dipped or carried drugs out the crunch quick. Some switched, I tell them what you run with. Snakes in the garden, get them cut quick. My tongue spits that shit that you fuck with. It's just a bit of all that I grew up with. At times I was trying to find myself and I was stuck in Defining wealth and all that I was lusting. I never rocked designer belts to no functions, but been accustomed to these customs like it's nothing. And I'm a product of more than a skunk puffin'. Me and my brothers on the come up like we rushing. These words are for discussion, sure I write what's real. Scribbling the scripts to what my mind reveals, and time will heal. Kind yet inclined to kill. If you're trying to stop mine, or my guys is real still. Live in film, how I spill words. Capture worth in the real like Spielberg. Capture worth in the real.
I keep falling. Never falling 6 feet deep. I keep falling. Never falling 6 feet deep.
Yo, time spent in cell stacks up funds and gun stats. Young axe, bust off max, licking blunt raps and plead bell to meet a scale. Sit between they rucksacks, crap between they rippled jawbones beneath they skull caps. I scribble formats for cash, duffel bags stacked on my 4 racks and caps splashed off the north map. Chains beneath the law hats, flats in navy green walls cracked with taps. Feds patched the case with a force clap. Liquor on floor splash and paint shadows. Played with mourners from estate gallows who play with ammo. Ben's place traced through nanos, grey apparel. Blades shaped like ancient arrows, stuck in fed cases, pyro. Blunt farrels with their aim up, embrace the barrel, let it fade up. Fiends with vein cuts and stained gravels. I watch the earth spin like dice where the snakes gamble. Seen through a opaque lens, minds on insane travels.
I keep falling. Never falling 6 feet deep. I keep falling. Never falling 6 feet deep.
That summer shit. Verbz and Mr. Slipz. Welcome to the saga. Started off with a spliff and a lager at 15. Spitting 16s with schemes larger than streets. We roam for peace, so most don't speak and keep their guard up. These scenes are part of me, from the police to the drama, where fiends love half-heartedly after dark seeking calm. Chasing dreams since the needle hit the arm up. My heart bleeds on page, lacing these songs in a place where we live for the day and our pain's masked. Erasing harm with an eighth in the palm, or raising the glass. Mistakes don't always remain in the past. So many people carry stains on their heart. I say people as if I ain't the same. I've been up for days trying to figure out a change. A slave to this maze I call home, where triggers send you to your grave. And everybody wants to go on like they brave. Until somebody catch a body, now they probably dropping names. I see Donnie's getting popping all because you watching face. Ain't it a shame? Too many minds lost to the rage, or doing time locked in the cage for getting clocked with the weight. We watching in vain, but nobody's got nothing to say. Running away from my problems, I lost among them. And living in a state of decay, succumb to glumness, numb to the thunder and rain. In a place called London, where every summer's the same. Late nights and early mornings in a place that I'd love. Hear the city calling while you're waving on drugs. Same time a sun lays on the pavement in blood. Last breaths taken out reflect the rays of the sun. Late nights and early mornings in a place that I'd love. Hear the city calling days while you waving it up. Same time a sun lays on the pavement in blood. Taking his last breath, slain within the place that he loved. And you noticed how the kid flows, sicker than most. The product of the bits, something like a ticket or coke. All I give him is dope, spitting writtens I quote. Behind mics or on stage for the feeding I know. I hold hope within each pen stroke. Feed my mental growth from the ends where we ain't trying to make amends with foes. And each summer ends with some sort of eventful woe. It's tense on road, unsure of where I'm meant to go. Cause in the end it's home. So why you trying to But if I'm honest man, I've been getting bored of where I'm at. Need more, trying to place my feet forward on the map and see where life takes me. I need a place I can relax, away from the haze and the taste of yak made to distract. While under a state of surveillance from the nation, and you're pagan, so don't lack into the occasion. That's the main thing to extract from that statement I just spat. Chase the lands to find better, or leave England altogether to settle somewhere with white sands and nice weather. But for now, me I'm fed up. I guess there's something about summers on ends with all your breaders. Late nights and early mornings in the place that I'd love. Hear the city calling while you're waving on drugs. Same time a sun lays on the pavement in blood. Last breaths taken out reflect the rays of the sun. Late nights and early mornings in the place that I'd love. Hear the city calling days while you waving it up. Same time a sun lays on the pavement in blood, taking his last breath, slain within the place that he loved.
Verbz, Mr. Slipz. Shit on the mind. Same old same. It's just life in the gutter. It's just life in the gutter. Am I bored of life or lonely? Scribing the rhyme as time holds me. Tryna climb, find I'm tied to my own needs, and blind to all that I should truly seek. Up as the scenes change, losing sleep, and these days I don't seem phased. Breeze through a week's wage to ease pain and hope I don't decay with the weak. Slave to beats I speak on for aim to release from chains of self I held when unable to dream. Still cradled in the days of my teens, we blew haze amongst new faces and schemes to moonlit ventures on pavements in the place we believed we'd never leave. But now I'm 23 and most are gone, holding on to my only wrongs, lay my soul on songs. Shoulder dons who feel the same but find they can't console it none. We grow old on the mission for gold, our goals lost, coping with these woes that we wove into the depths of our soul. Taking steps is for the better, I know, trying to balance out a measure of hope. Been getting better with each letter I wrote till my sentences whole. I cherish each remnant of growth, though I don't know where the road would lead. Will I break out or be slowed down by greed? I don't know where the road would lead. Will I break out or be slowed down by greed? For now it's ink on the paper, stained pages with the passion up late to recreate and make something happen. Afraid of the challenge, raised in the madness where most ain't made it. Rapping the pain traps them, rage tainting the veins like cocaine. Rats in the gutter packed in, pacing the plains erratic and carrying pain damaged, all following same habits. It's straight tragic. Weren't made to manage, I was made to stand and move forward. You could lose it all in a moment if you ain't cautious. In the land of the lawless, where man are quick to applaud and we drink to the fallen. As sun rises in the morning, another mother's cries is haunting. Thoughts forming as I try to ignore it, a mind distorted and blind by the lights that call him. Thoughts forming as I try to ignore it, a mind distorted and blind by the lights that call him.
Hey yo, you know what time it is? We back once again. 2202, Long Island, New York, stand the fuck up. Hope you've been enjoying the show so far. The lines ain't stopped. Callers, what you saying?
Hey, that last chat you man played was kinda hard still. Hey, shout out Verbz and Slipz, I see you man doing your thing. Also, big up this station man, trust me man, I be driving around locked in all the time bruv. You lot got a good vibe going.
Word up.
Only thing I would say is, you man ain't playing no Coops bruv.
Oh shit, we ain't.
Why is man sleeping on Coops bruv? Fuck it though, man. It's all love, you get me, bro. But you get me? Wake up, man. Wake up, love.
Who's next?
Hey, Slipz, Verbz, I fucking love these, man. Keep it up. Don't fucking stop.
Damn right.
Don't ever fucking stop, bro.
You know what's going on?
Love. Big Smoke out.
Next.
Hey, yo, DAC here, man. Big up Verbz and Slipz, you know what I'm saying? Bringing you some of that hot goulash, man.
Who's that on the line?
Yo, hold tight, man, like Verbz and Mr. Slipz on the new album coming through to a radio station near you. Ice to the skies and that, you get me?
Stay locked in, 202.
Yo, what's happening, fellas? This is Tom from Shotgun the Orcs. Wanna big up Verbz and Mr. Slipz.
Damn right.
Keep putting out that good shit. Peace.
Next.
Big up to my homie Verbz doing his thing. I sees ya. Big shout out to the homie Slipz.
Mad love.
You know me?
Next caller.
One honey bacon, please.
Yo, you got the wrong number, son.
One honey bacon, please.
This ain't no fucking burger joint. This is 2202. Next. next?
Yo, what up, my G's? Yo, this is Stag Rostovich, and I'm calling all the way from Amsterdam, and I just want to give a super duper shout out to Mr. Slipz and Verbz. They've been making that awesome hip hop. So, let's get smoking, guys.
100, let's get smoking. Let's get it.
Yo, it's Litters, aka Literate, aka Kawaji, aka Let's Get It. Shouts to Slipz and Verbz each and every 2020, keeping it real, peace, alright.
Who's next?
Yo, shouts out to Slipz and Verbz, the realist. Keep that mic loud and that production tight.
Always. Next.
Big up Verbz and Mr. Slipz on the new album.
Who's next on the line?
Oh shit, word. Hello.
Speak up, nigga, I can't hear you.
Fucking sending the love in there. You're good boys.
Alright.
Pair of fucking good boys.
Who's waiting on the line?
Yes, not fucking Zedarini, the Polish Italian stallion. Shout out to my big brother Verbz and Slippery Bugger Slipz.
I see you.
Long time love. Big it up.
Alright, who's next?
Got through to the Gorilla Glue 2202. Yes, family. Hold tight. Mr. Slipz, Big Verbz. This is Oliver Sudden, the Kronks don't check in. Hold tight, my 645ers, piss plan. What?
Next, please.
Yo, it's Siri. Coming through on that 2202. Gorilla Glue FM. My fave station for reals. Shouts to Mr. Slipz and Verbz. Never bother me with bullshit questions on their phone. Always respected that. Can't wait for people to ask me to play the new album. Fuck Alexa.
Yo, some of them calls were crazy, man. That's the end of the segment, though. Up next, we got a tune called Decline the Self, featuring two of UK hip-hop's hottest, Confucius MC and Coops. You know what the fuck going on. I gotta play this real quick, though, because I'm about to shit myself. Peace!
I'm wasting my time, chasing patience on these pavements while I'm pacing behind. Mates ahead taking the right steps for shaping their lives. Cause say I try, if I did that's the most blatant of lies. I just make mistakes and pay for the price. Plaguing with life in these pretty slums, chasing the night. Slave to the highs, I crave and I'm unable to find the state of mind I know too well. In tune with my true self on pages I aim to describe what I haven't attained and all I shamelessly hide. Lost on these mundane plains you reside, where pain's rife and the city stays tainted with crime. Searching for change, can't break chains we made to survive. All I need is a stage and a mic to display what I create and enlighten another soul who feels the same and bears the weight of his sorrows, not letting go. These words are for tomorrow, show promise in every flow. And still I got problems I'm yet to solve. Like everybody else on the journey, you're self-lone. Watching the world burn as I'm searching for worth owed. These curbs home, though I seek more than I know. To reach growth, defeat foes and let my feelings unfold. My speech cold, roam the earth until my purpose is whole. To find the one who I think's worth it, hope she nurtures my soul. Cause truly I'm uncertain the most, searching for hope on these streets where I first learned greed. Burnt trees in the autumn breeze, yearning for peace. Taught myself what it means to find a purpose and breathe. I keep it real to myself for all that I felt. Spent years trying to pick apart these cards I was dealt. Ain't asking for help, laughing though I hardly prevailed. Tales of a kid who masked the hand that we held. Watching the world pass by but can't grasp what he dwells. Failed to see the signs deep in the decline of self. Eyes on wealth, I guess the only time will tell. Blind in the cityscape await the sign to
feel like I'm wasting my mind. Expertly master ways to recline. Was it really kicking back or just the way of the climb? So we roll with a heavy head, placing weight on the spine. Trying to be a free soul in the space of design. Ignoring the basic truth until we're basically blind. While seeking a friendly face in any place we can find. But I'm straight, keep a peck around man, stay. Never lounge where you find hate. I see you stand before me, yet your physical is slowly fading. On lonely pavement, reaching for the holy statement. Fool's preface, true lies, cash spilling. Stage shows for Play-Doh, wax villains. The curtain draws, but there's certain wars that will never see the light of relief. With no certain cause, crushing leaves with the herbivores. Say we're lost, but never knew what we were searching for. It's hard to keep a lid on your shit when trust departs, yo. But I can see the champ in your eyes like custom motto. Rock a face smile, but you can't adjust the heart though. Your energy can speak for itself through the vibrato. Why time flies at rapid speed. still betting on some magic beans, carving my scripts into classic scenes. Cause nothing's quite as it seems till you scratch the surface, clinging onto shattered dreams. Yo, I implement shit from the essence, they take a pinch of it and run with it, cleaning them out, but just an inch of it. Spit the intricate, still listening to infinite, aiming high, hoping my seed receives the increment.
I keep it real to myself for all that I felt. Spent years trying to pick apart these cards I was dealt. Ain't asking for help, laughing though I hardly prevail. Tales of a kid who masked the hand that we held, watching the world pass by but can't grasp what he dwells. Failed to see the signs deep in the decline of self. Eyes on wealth, I guess the only time will tell. Blind in the cityscape of where the signs
now let me tell you my story. Yo, I keep my guard up. Been under attack so my energies need to charge up. Don't misinterpret karma for some hard luck. Pre the signs from divine, if you don't then your choice will pass fucked. Reaping what I sow, just speaking what I know. Making poor decisions only sends you deeper down the hole. Learning from mistakes, I guess we need a few to grow. They got me burning through this eighth and delving deep into my soul. Battling woes, still rattling my foes. Rapping in flows to give you all the pain I enclose. If my heart was a pendant on a chain, it would be frozen. Iced out, but the interior's fully golden. I live my life far from wholesome. Spent a lot of time on my lonesome, doing math from what I'm grossing. I pray there's better days approaching. Living in a system where they treat us like animals for the poaching. Still see light at the end of the tunnel. Even though I'm feeling numb, I won't stop until I've won. I'll keep persevering. I know the worst is what I'm fearing. Going off track, swerving and veering, turning my steering, getting lost with my final destination ever nearing. Dark clouds looming overhead, no signs of clearing. They say the ones who feel it most are hard of hearing. Warnings falling on deaf ears, drowned by the cheering. Noise pollution, I'm still in search of a solution. Tell myself it's an illusion, gearing up for retribution. Can feel we're reaching a conclusion. The book is called Decline of Self, the great human devolution. Living in this hell, they don't wanna see a young brother doing well. Wanna see us fall victim to the systems in the jail. Locked in a box, confined to a cell. Will we break free of this vicious cycle? Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell.
No, I'm lacking, tell me what did you expect? As a young and I was trapped in and wouldn't come to accept. All I was and what I couldn't put to bed. Young and nappy headed, running through the streets with my friends. Found peace on the ends, 06 I was 10. Never reasoned with feds, spent my teens on the bench. Blowing smelly way before I scope bellies with intent. I'd rob it if you let me, this was nothing more than petty. All them pounds turned to pence. Had to grow eventually, but I never made amends. Me, I never made amends. As grey clouds rain heavy overhead, often wasn't in my bed. Found comfort on the steps where I'd wallow in regret. Living on borrowed time, trying to dodge tomorrow like most of my debts. Still followed by the promises I know I should have kept. And if I'm honest, most of college was a mess. Stayed true to what I wanted, so I left. I was intrigued, wasn't seeking knowledge, I had quick schemes. All my written's unpolished, me and Snyder dropping 16. Still ticking shit weed, tales of the young and dumb. Running through the city scene, sinning for the love of funds. Hitting stains in the rain when the sun was lost. My mother used to wonder where her son had gone. Waved and ashamed, what a way to spend my summer slumped.
Fuck it, I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell.
I ain't ain't never known love. When I was younger, I would lust for it. Spent my summers in the city rocking dusty kicks. Just some young'uns discussing what while we puffing piff. Stood staring at the world like something's gotta give. While my state of mind clouded by crime and street politics. Another blinded by all that money offered him. Surviving beneath the sirens, hiding when coppers clocking shit. And it was all for short highs like popper hits. Living life with no insight for accomplishment. Waste time while I'd wonder what the months would bring. From the streets unaware of what that hunger did. Some slipped through the cracks and others clung to this. Crushed buds in the hands of my accomplices. But I ain't never had a plan, I simply made it work. From a land where everyone chased grams and papers first. From a land where we chased grams and papers first. Came to terms with these lessons I'd learned. Burned bridges with my friends just to better my worth. I ain't never made amends, I simply vent in a verse. And spend time just trying to make sense of my words. I pen rhymes till my message is heard. When there's nothing left and I'm next to the edge of the curb. Trying to swerve all regrets and get ahead of my hurt. Trying to swerve all regrets and get ahead of my hurt.
Fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. Fuck it, I wanna go to hell.
The operation's coming clear now. In this rap game with bite marks and mic darts. Let these words be preserved as an omen.
Check.
In the place, son.
Verbz and Mr. Slipz. Check.
My verbal trulies be out rhyming your.
So where you been at? The same question heads be asking me. I've been getting busy while crafting a masterpiece. Deep in the city, slave to Lizzie, where the darkness be. Sharpening my bars so no weak heart ain't harming. See, this be the start of V, planting seeds so the art can breathe. Each psalm speaks for the past or what's a part of we. Leaving a mark, and when peeps ask, they can't compete. I don't part with neeks, so my darts going hard on beats. The scene's ours, but you ain't in the same class, it seems. Or was that harsh on me? I really couldn't give a fuck. My fingers up to any fickle dance, brittle cunt, spitting pretty little shitty syllables on Britain's chunk. And I won't stop until the mission done. The pen stroke, leave your mother with a missing son. So when I spit it, run, like niggas grip the gun. But I ain't dumb, all I need is a kick and drum. And a cup of stiff whiskey or a swig of rum. See, I'm a simple one, killing rhythms without concern. Similar to all the bridges that I seem to let burn. Through debts or next birds, and some just try to test verbs. So watch how you step first, any disrespect ain't best. I got lyrics that'll take off your head. Try bet, that's quite absurd. With the mic I fire reverse to burn gems that think they were just serving purpose or heard. Hold your own if you really tryna mention my name. I wrote this because a foe tried tempting the flame. Don't approach if you ain't bro, we ain't friends are the same. I'm on the road tryna grow, so I'm ahead of the game. With each flow, peeps know that I ain't settling, mate. And if you really want beef, then I can pepper that steak. You try and measure up, just know that we don't level the same. Hold your own if you really tryna mention my name. Oh, I forgot to say, anyone can get it too. When I let the pen exude the venom from my mental truth. Sentence in a sentence when I'm venting in a vengeful mood. So don't attempt to prove a point, cause in the end you'll lose my temper rude. I ain't gonna make amends with fools or bend the rules for any dickhead. I'm taking big steps, used to think that ignorance is bliss. I was misled, now it's time to invest in myself, no buts or ifs left. And like Slipz said, do what you gotta do. Nothing is impossible, don't let nobody stop your moves. I'm clocking who's watching, dudes gossip I ain't forgotten to. Still a rotten you, just ain't got a lot to prove now. Cause where I'm from's too far, homes where child shoots child. And the boys in blue cruise rounds are loose how. It's only right I do the crew proud. Waking up all who snooze, this one's for you, it's a new sound. If you ain't fucking with the wave, then you drown. My nigga, we ain't the same, I'm giving the wisdom and nothing ain't changed. I stay in your lane, don't play with the flame, or I bring terror to your name. Setting everything ablaze, I'm so set in my ways. Since they grip the mic with a passion, rapping for change. So it's only right this habit remain. A man of the stage, channeling my anger I spray. All my anguish in a ballad to dismantle your frame. Hold your own if you really tryna mention my name. I wrote this because a foe tried tempting the flame. Don't approach if you ain't bro, we ain't friends are the same. I'm on the road tryna grow, so I'm ahead of the game. With each flow, peeps know that I ain't settling, mate. And if you really want beef, then I can pepper that steak. You try and measure up, just know that we don't level the same. Hold your own if you really tryna mention my name.
Let these words be preserved as an omen. Name the time, the date, and the place, son. The rhyme. My verbal toolies be out rhyming your.
I have such rage inside of me. Rage unlike I've ever known.
You've always been able to control such emotions.
Don't think I can do that much longer.
I've been getting slowed down, still this cold style broke out. A kid from the south, been broken, I'm still broke now. Me, I just roll round my hometown, the mode sounds. Live from the gutter, caught in zones, hear my lone how. Flows wild and I keep spitting till I'm known round. From cities to the sticks and every other little coastal town. When it is smoking, if approach, they think you holding brown. Yeah, I know it's foul, roads cold, but we cope somehow. That be through smoke clouds or coke, not to hold out. My soul shouts out for more, while I scribble my thoughts. Caught in the war, itself figures till we withered them poor. Shit's raw, ignorance is bliss for sure. I'm from where we rather drink instead of pick at the cause. I paint pictures, of course, my script different from the land of the villains where niggas bang and don't listen. All for thrills, leave your thoughts spill when nitty stand pissing.
As I roam in the street, I walk silent and talk science. That's about the size of it. Fake God shouldn't challenge a star kid.
Labels I configure sick as devil.
It's that simple. Tellable. You might regret meddling in other people's business, so don't get in the way of my props.
You know the status, players, haters, Henny no chaser, fresh creps, dope laces, hustle every day, scraping gold out the pavement. From a place if you know, then you don't really say shit. Yeah, overstand the statement, cause your wings ain't shit if you're flying in cages. Let the violins play shit, let the whole fucking choir sing a ring off your playlist. Yo, it'll never make a difference, cause if we're saying and that's heaven, then the devil came to visit. Pimps roll with princes, suppose I only use the gospel when I paint my pictures. It's crystal, it's live from the Terror Dome. He got his death note signed on the telephone. I pay the demon down to ride on the metronome. Leather coat, whole steez, rude hullet. Now take this love letter sealed with a bullet.
As I roam in the street, I walk silent and talk science. That's about the size of it. Fake God shouldn't challenge a star kid.
Labels I configure sick as devil.
It's that simple. Tellable. You might regret meddling in other people's business, so don't get in the way of my props.
Yo, I'm trying to make the best out of these shitty situations, so miss me with your divvy issues. Time is money, I'm trying to utilize both. I know that you're bitter if you're trying to scrutinize growth. No mercy for blaspheming in my cathedral. I press my foot on your necks like Beanie Siegel. Kick you while you lying in the fetal. It's a shiesty world, can't rely on other people. Cause they'll just creep out the door with it. Make sure you get the drop on them before they reap that reward with it. Nothing to lose, still I'll bleed out the war with it. End that and clean up the floor with it, raw with it. No sleep till I see progress. Walk with me, try speak to me by no stress. I can't help it, I'm selfish by default. Now watch me replenish my ego and creep out the door with it.
As I roam in the street, I walk silent and talk science. That's about the size of it. Fake God shouldn't challenge a star kid.
Labels I configure sick as devil.
It's that simple. Tellable. You might regret meddling in other people's business, so don't get in the way of
bring a vibe that's known to back up on your pissed off, cut my vocal skills in class above. And take the force of a jet engine to catch me up. Moving at the speed of sound, crossing land, seeing space to a universal. Treating every bar like it's a Luke commercial. Truth to sparkle when I'm spitting words. Gifted but this is a curse. Got me sitting in the dark, deep in thought, trying to script a verse. Lifted from the crystallized herbs I'm smoking, taking inspiration from it. I rap and burn my opponents. Before I tap them in the ashtray, try stab me in the back, I'll do way more than put a sad face. You ain't gonna do shit, spread rumors in a mad way. I hear you're full of words, but when we talk it's like you can't say. Don't be talking gossip, bless you got the facts. Keep your eyes focused, people move slide, best to watch your back. Be on yours, fuck what they're doing, shouldn't be watching that. No time for questions, you know the plan, you ain't gotta ask.
As I roam in the street, I walk silent and talk science. That's about the size of it. Fake God shouldn't challenge a star kid.
Labels I configure sick as devil.
It's that simple. Tellable. You might regret meddling in other people's business, so don't get in the way of my props. Fuck off.
Okay, we live on there again. It's your boy Derek Montana, 222. You know how the fuck we do. I got a couple questions for y'all. Y'all make music for fun, or you got a day job or some shit?
Well, man, music's more so like a creative outlet for us both. Ultimately, it don't pay bills. Me and Slipz work at festivals though, frying chicken, other side fried. Official job titles, full-time machines. I'm sure you've seen the Insta stories.
Picture the scene, Wilderness Festival on a glorious summer's day. 6 fryers bubbling away, filled to the brim with some of South London's finest chicken. When suddenly, a bug decides to seek refuge in the depths of my sweaty...
Alright, I'ma cut you off there. I think I know what you about to say. How long y'all been working on the album for? And what you got planned for the future?
Yeah, man, well, we've been working on the album since like 2018. It's been a long work in progress, but we here, baby. And in terms of the future, I don't know, just more shows. Just trying to make this shit happen. More snacks, more vinyls, just more music.
Alright. Y'all got some real chemistry, yo. How long y'all been a duo for?
Basically just been a duo since after Lessons dropped. We decided to get together and just make more music. So since then, I can't really remember when it dropped. I think it was September 2017.
Alright, that's enough of the questions. I gotta stop there. I just received word of a severe weather warning. Heavy rainfall and thunder is headed towards the mainland area of Long Island, New York. I can hear the rain. The rain's coming.
To make music, I've been losing sleep, abusing booze to help me keep it moving. And truthfully, get stupid, I got talent big, I'll lose it. If I ain't putting work and putting worth in, no, that's useless. Worst of all, I choose this, and ain't no options left. Investing in my second guessing's left me with my pen to vent. I wonder, I guess that some are friends and others I just need for comfort when I'm drunk and the sun won't shine. Ain't trying to make amends, really trying to outrun time. The same highs got me lost in every doubt of my mind. Say I'll be fine once I gave me a taste of the fruit. Far from escape, I'm just wasting my youth, painting truth on tracks whilst making do. I've been weighed, ready breaking through, still waking to yesterday's heartbreaking. Last we partake, or we play the fool. Our parts play till we part ways and taint our views. Heart stained from the class A's and ways we knew. Amongst strays in the age of the dazed and doomed. Ain't gonna change me, I'm chained to a fate that looms. Ain't gonna change me, I'm chained to a fate that looms. On page where I lay my truth, trying to face my mistakes and escape my blues.
You can't escape the rain. I'm running from the skies again. You can't escape the rain. I'm running from the skies.
Friends left as the pen etched pages, as flesh ages. I crave ways of creating. Far from pain that taints my main thoughts. Pace planes for the babes, played games of war. Found faith from restraint, let my pain absorb. When my mates couldn't tame all the apes we saw. Visions clouded in haze, vacate before. You remained locked in vain and hatred formed. I blame everything else but my ways, of course. On course to destruction, it's fun before. You're forced to function and hunger dawns. Running for months, wonder once whilst you're under the storm. Still asking myself, was it worth it? Flirting with death without purpose. Stay scribbling verses till it became worth it. These words up for purchase, we still trying to settle our scores. And metal is drawn for petty and we bury the poor. Caught in wars behind doors for peddling raw. From birth forced to conform to what we heard is the norm. I replaced the taste of apes and the paper we saw. Trying to find a way to escape from this place that we mourn. Youngers lost to the hunger, stay caged for the cause. Displayed rage on the mains, blood stained to the floor. Another life lost in vain, when it rains it pours.
You can't escape the rain. I'm running from the skies again. You can't escape the rain. I'm running from the sky. You can't escape the rain. You can't escape the rain. You can't escape the rain. I'm running from the skies again. You can't escape the rain. You can't escape the rain. You can't escape the rain. I'm running from the skies again.
I've been dealing with the weekend blues. When it comes to an end, met with feelings of gloom. Said I'm over this trend, but I'll be here soon. Need to focus again instead of feeding my doom. But the lonely pretend, so I'm cozy with friends, taking tokes off the pen while I speak on my truth. I've been dealing with the weekend blues. I've been dealing with the weekend, swimming in the deep end on weekends to taste escape. Riding whatever wave my mates will take, from apes to flake. We ain't tryna face mistakes. I crave more than the day-to-day paper chase that we've all been endorsed in and forced to play. Taught to save for all, we can't attain, nothing changes. Young man black, living aimless. Ain't no shame in these statements. I spray living life on my own basis. The face pages, lace tracks for those whose souls aching, for the lonesome and those who won't make it. Slave to the same shit, wasting my youth. I crave truth in the place of the dazed and doomed. Chained to hate and all we thought we never could do. I'm clever, it's true, I just choose to meddle in booze. Destined to lose, never, it's best that I do better. Lose cheddar on weekends, me and a few brothers. Sunken bruise, won't snooze till the morning comes. Drunk and the muse, still abusing my lungs. Take tokes, blow smoke to the heavens above. Trading funds for fun till eventually numb. See, I've been here before and I said I was done. When nothing else is left and you're empty and glum, I guess it's hard to put an end on what's already begun. I've been dealing with the weekend blues. When it comes to an end, met with feelings of gloom. Said I'm over this trend, but I'll be here soon. Need to focus again instead of feeding my doom. But the lonely pretend, so I'm cozy with friends, taking tokes off the pen while I speak on my truth. I've been dealing with the weekend blues. Been dealing with the weekend. As the sun breaks the night sky, mine still high from the lost. Watching time pass, greeted with morning thoughts. Missed calls from another that you shouldn't have called. When you were caught in the wave and you needed her more. Felt brave from the grade, wanted reasons to talk. Seeking all that you don't have and reaching for a meaning or another chance to do better. Dancing with death in the harshest of weather. Cuddling comforts mistaken for pleasure. Pain stays aching for change, taking no measures to face our error of ways. Afraid to endeavor. Say what you want, though it's blatant, you never. Me, I'm ahead of my truth. These actions I choose in tune with my mood, so I refuse to let up. Remember this when close to surrendering, feeling fed up. So hold your head high and focus on more than bright lights, white lines and tokes on the draw. When hope feels hopeless, just open your thoughts instead of coasting oceans of motiveless norms. Ignore commotion and look to tomorrow. Lost in our sorrows, living on time borrowed. Ignore commotion and look to tomorrow. Lost in our sorrows, living on time borrowed. Lost in our sorrows, living on time borrowed. I've been dealing with the weekend blues. When it comes to an end, met with feelings of gloom. Said I'm over this trend, but I'll be here soon. Need to focus again instead of feeding my doom. But the lonely pretend, so I'm cozy with friends, taking tokes off the pen while I speak on my truth. I've been dealing with the weekend blues. I've been dealing with the weekend blues.
As men can
Tales of a kid who never learnt lessons, still holding on to burnt embers. These words sentenced from my losses, felt the hurt of vengeance, been a slave to the gossip, lacking aim or promise. Scribble on pages with a topic, as a way to face my problems that won't change if I ain't honest. This sense of longing got me conscious of my options, weighed down by all I know's wrong, but who's to stop it? I'll pay the cost, but I constantly can't be bothered, so I find myself within the wrong company, seeking comfort, drowning my sorrows in everything I acknowledge, until I feel that bliss and tomorrow becomes forgotten. And I've forgotten what it was that I would rather. For now it's class A's, heartbreak and drama, only another wave away from disaster. We play this game and mask pain with laughter as rain casts over these plains we shapes after. Can't seem to shake these ways we crave, seeking escape we made through chains we won't break. And I know fate won't wait for a day, so if I stay where I'm at, I'm close to facing decay. Love my mates, but I can't afford to make them mistakes. And as of late, I'm awake and it's making sense. Then again, it's all fun and games, I guess, but looking back over the years, I can't trace my steps. From the tears wept to bloodshed and aches we stretched, dazed in depths of self-doubt, unable yet. I figured out it's about time that I face what's left. So wrong, so long to the ways I kept. Can't afford to waste life and aim for less. So as long as I can breathe, I'll believe and progress. So as long as I can breathe, I'll believe and progress.
Yo, fuck man, I gotta be honest, your letter cut me deep. Thinking back to promising mum that I'd stop the drugs I'd need. I'm fiending out with the heads that I fought with friends, selling anything for a tenner, that telling me get my shit and leave. Sold the NPC I borrowed from my brother for a couple bags of beer and a half a gram at the wackest speed. Broken trade in my soul for the fakest fallacy. A dream you gave me once was a lie that I like to still believe. Breathing, I relate to what you're feeling, man. Our Slipz, he was there at the time my world collapsed. See, we were meant to go to Boston for a show, and I was feeling suicidal, so couldn't go. But I guess perhaps that was the start of a new journey, a turn of one event that eventually made it worthy. Living in Brighton, it's easy to see the waves crash, beats, lights, flash by, cynical inside mashed. You're pretty young still and definitely filled with talent. You can smash it if you want it, just focus on finding balance. Too many men embarrassed by standing up to the challenge and facing their fears, fucking off snakes in the face of malice. Apparently some are callous here, others of us care. In this atmosphere of savages madness, you gotta share and be aware of it. Don't worry about the gossip, keep it popping till the profit from dropping shits in your pocket. And if you ever find shit hard, take a stance in disregard to the thoughts which are telling you not to reach out. Man, I know you're going far if you heal all of the scars and embrace the past, telling the truth and speak loud. Anyway, I think I'm gonna sleep now, but hit me up with the message whenever. Peace out, PS. Just keep it moving, put your feet out, one step in front of the other and never breathed out.
Language is the battleground, because what we cannot say, we cannot communicate, and by say I mean dance, paint, sing, mean. What we cannot say, we cannot communicate.
Young and underrated, that's an understatement. Stay patient, still running the race. Wow, these same hunger pains push me to chase. Me and Slipz been getting busy, laying flame for the tape. Had to leave the cityscape when I was craving escape. It's love, hate, coming from the home of the brave. We sow seeds for tomorrow, yet the sorrow remains. Roaming these plains for nothing more than hopeless aims. Some slow to gain growth, others broke the chain. Only I can tell myself what road I'll chase. Being honest, I won't go for fame, but though on recognition, that's a whole different mission. I got limitless ambitions, only wishing that they'll listen. What I'm spitting strictly wisdom, I don't know restraint. Shoulder mates that can't hold the weight of what they bear. It's only fair, I've been here for years. Stayed with a few peers who remain through tears. Others came for the highs, thought she felt safe by my side. Truth is she only stayed for cheers and apes we share. I'm trying to steer clear of bad blood. Wasting my time, now I'm inclined to play catch up. I've laid my life on the line due to bad luck. Them half-hearted guys dropping lines couldn't match us. Now it's my time to shine, the finest my rhyme lights up.
We can conceive of things that we cannot communicate, and that's a thrilling thing. That is the deep homework.
Humble reflections of the mind. Spent my time perfecting lines while I slept upon my rhymes. A sign of sad times or times of a saddened mind. Damaged by a lack of happiness and all I cannot find. And despite my lack of effort, say I try. Under sunsetting skies, land with hope in my demise. Forever close to letting eyes close, though I won't, as my goals are set within these messages I scribe. Replacing highs with an actual taste for life when craving nights that I'll forget. With friends I won't remember. Sunken in my depths, the summer soon turned November, and I plunder into debt for all I spent upon this venture. Back to the ends, there ain't escaping where you end up. It's all the same, it's only temporary pleasure. We play this game again to abstain from saying we fed up. Ain't nothing left except the stains of what once was. From long lost lovers to those lanes that we won't cross. Souls fading into nothing, life goes on. In between the Monday rain, longing to gain a hold of all that truly matters and what never will. So wrong though, my sentence real. I vent how I feel when attempts to heal with the pen that I wield instead of endless frills. I vent how I feel when attempts to heal.
The psychedelic inner astronaut sees things which no human being has ever seen before, and no human being will ever see again. But in fact, this has no meaning unless it is possible to carry it back into the collectivity.
Yo, man, we in our last quarter of the show, so I gotta ask you a bit about some of the songs you played. We heard The Rain, Decline the Self, and plenty other bangers. But one in particular I wanted to ask you about was Man Can Breathe. It's quite a deep and self-reflective joint. What state of mind were you in?
Well, yeah, man, it's quite a mad story, really. Slipz actually played the beat to me in Madrid while me, him and Verbz were out there doing a show with Funky DL. Shout out to Funky DL. And I remember he played me the beat and I was really digging it, but at the time I never had nothing to it. But then when we came back to England now, I was in a state of just being wavy quite often. And I think during that time, that beat just kind of spoke to me there. My mind state wasn't the best, and I feel like sometimes when you're in that state, you need something like that to really help push you to express that on track, and certain beats just do that for you. And that was the beat that done that for me.
Man, you can really feel what you was going through late into the track. It was quite a raw insight into the workings of your mind. That's why I had to ask you about it. So as a duo, creatively, how does the music come together when y'all working?
I think I'll take this one, actually, Verbz. Well, Derek, to be honest with you, usually he'll arrive 1 to 4 hours late for the session, and demand a roll-up. After he's had his roll-up, he sort of settles down a bit, and we kind of, I know the type of beats he likes, so I've got a batch of them there for him, and then he picks them out and kind of writes to them and that, and there's plenty of snacks to keep him going.
Yo, that's a real good insight, man. Hey, y'all, if you're just tuning into the show now, this is 2202 Gorilla Glue FM, and we got Verbz and Mr. Slipz on the show. Up next, we got My Wonders featuring Fliptrix.
more than a man with a pen who lays thoughts on the page and stays caught in the trends. Walking over mistakes till the course ends. Flaunt gems on stage for the sake of the cause then. All I'm aiming for the mates, we more than ways we can't amend. All stay waiting in vain till our days end. The pain spreads, chasing the haze of the waves left. Those sunny days will come again, just wait and rest. Although I know it's straight over this terrain that we step. Hold your head and look for something more to invent than the same old cycles that we're caught in on ends. From 40 snorting to kitty sorting portions of pen. It's import and export, the extortion of men. Young as trap talking, all that crack caught him a stretch. The strip's awkward, man, all crash corner organs and jet. Shit's lawless, ain't no forfeit in the war in effect. We lay flowers for the mourned over the callings of death. And hope we get to see a new day dawn as we watch the sunset and let our truths take form. Drown our blues in booze, ain't no food for thought. While I cotch on the bench, just the loser sport. I stay glued to the usual sorts, amused by all we choose that ain't new to all. Eluding truth since the very first twos on the draw. Under summer sunsets, we slumber amongst death. Pouring liquor, burning skunk for our loved ones left. The sun sets in the west, it rises in the east. Watching time go by as we try find peace. Ain't as easy as it seems, some tied to the street. This is life in the gutter where we dying to breathe. Watching time go by as we try to believe in all our wonders, but ain't got the time to achieve.
The streets are rotting out, decomposing flesh. I'm blowing out exhaust fumes while I'm walking stressed. See the feds on the ends with protective vests. It ain't helping when there's kids getting stabbed to death. See patterns reenacting, causing mad distress. All panic like they don't know what's happening next. Yet they stand and put it on the gram to flex their rep. It's a battle of the senses, let me catch my breath. Or maybe not, I might catch a virus that brings death. See the world trying to stand on some fractured legs. Force-fed fake news, you see me slap the ref. I want facts instead. Motherfuckers got our backs against the wall and it ain't falling till the cracks finessed. The epidemic's getting heavy like the pandemic spread. Everybody better prep, there's dead bodies on the bed. Still a body in my set, you ain't bothered by it yet. We got Boris as a rapper, ain't a prophet, but I'd abolish that redder from his desk. I stay elevating, yes, ain't brought down, but stress upon my chest. I'm blowing cess clouds, wondering whatever's next. That's the S to the L-I-P to the Z to the verbs. Yeah, they putting in the work for the bread. We're determined to level up the earth with the purpose in our verses, serving love and nothing less. That's blessed.
Under summer sunsets, we slumber amongst death. Pouring liquor, burning skunk for our loved ones left. The sun sets in the west, it rises in the east. Watching time go by as we try find peace. Ain't as easy as it seems, some tied to the street. This is life in the gutter where we dying to breathe. Watching time go by as we try to believe in all our wonders, but ain't got the time to achieve.
Fliptrix, Verbz, Mr. Slipz. Jeez.
If I didn't care, check, Verbz, Mr. Slip. Dive into the deep end, lose yourself on every weekend. Abusing health, eluding help to chase a feeling. The truths you once held became weakened. Drugs don't help, it's only self that we're defeating. Caught in the blues, call on blues to break free. As days turn to weeks while your days burning through peace. All to keep up with the seat and hurt that you've been feeding. What's the reason? Can't seem to face up to all of your dealings. Lose faith, create new traits as your mates leave. Some say you ain't the same and that's a shame, but who's to blame? We all played the game without an aim. Hand stained from the grams way, dabbled in cane. Traveled the landscapes, no plans made for now. Overcame the doubt, wading in the waves of the now. Only wishing you could reclaim your days as a child. Pissing away your ambitions while you're faking the smiles. A man missing, and I ain't seen him since we last met. Hearts wept, staring at the past that the path left. And all this enhanced stress on the mind is why I bless rhymes with eloquence, my pen is divine. Still in the emptiness, I'm meddling when senses are blind. Or off adrenaline, fighting off the end of my high. But time's everything, and I tend to find I want the better things, I'm ready now to pen my goodbyes. You could spend your whole life searching for the answers you know. Far from your goals, laughing though you're harming your soul. Holding on to the past while most pass you and grow. It's a cold cycle of self when you bask in your woes. You could spend your whole life searching for the answers you know. Far from your goals, laughing though you're harming your soul. Holding on to the past, but most pass you and grow. It's a cold cycle of self when you bask in your woes. Surf into the unknown, while every effort seems worthless. Searching for the worst, I say afraid to lay these verses. These truths worsen over time, wounds hurting. As burdens on the mind disturb roots of a new person. Determined to climb and burst into life as he grew certain. Learning to loosen the noose he was once firming. Closing the curtain on old news and love lost. Working on my sermons, these verses I once knocked from glum spots. Under the surface the sun rots, no one clocks. And the hands of time keep turning. I ought to make the most of mine and strive for all the deserve. It's only right, been putting working on the mic, I hope it pays off. What made for day jobs, had a few and got laid off. Trace of a base sloth, waiting on more. What made for day jobs, had a few and got laid off. Trace of a base sloth, waiting on more. You could spend your whole life searching for the answers you know. Far from your goals, laughing though you're harming your soul. Holding on to the past, but most pass you and grow. It's a cold cycle of self when you bask in your woes. You could spend your whole life searching for the answers you know. Far from your goals, laughing though you're harming your soul. Holding on to the past, but most pass you and grow. It's a cold cycle of self when you bask in your woes.
Only a few will understand and appreciate. 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 Only a few.
Living the moment till it comes to an end. Now ain't the time for gloating, hope I'm focused again. I flow with the pen for my most hopeless of friends. Only hoping that they saw what I said, or quote what I said for hopeful generations ahead. Wrote this when I was unfocused and floating in depths. Taking slow steps close to the road that we left. To only notice what we're feeling to hide. My mind tied to the same highs, eager to find what I never truly had and what I can't leave behind. I need time, and that's time that I don't have. Words of a nomad in no man's land. Won't hold back with the rhymes that I wrote in my pack. I owe it all to the world and that's fact. These diamonds and pearls for self and the unfortunate that never had the hand to help and carry all on their back. And the ones who lost track, close to falling in cracks. I'm from where we mourn the fallen through the pouring of yak. And the young and stay boring with no thought for the fam. Was all taught to live lawless by the forces at hand. And I got thrown off course but won't wait or stalled. I'm capable, they hate my cause. While I stay engaged in all that I am. Just another young man that didn't walk with a plan. So what's the reason for me keeping all these feelings I have? I need meaning, I need something reader than rap. But it's my speech that keeps my heart beating, I'm deep in this trap. In fact, I'm seeking ways to make a change for the better. Instead of wasting days to shy away from rainy weather. Lost faith, being fed up, may say keep your head up. My younger ways fixated on cheddar. Now these hunger pains got me chasing for the better. Lost my way chasing rays to the sun. In a grey cityscape where we chain to the funds. Slave to mistakes, labeled by the ways that we lost. Unable to trust, aiming for a place to adjust. Believing in myself is a must. For the sake of what I feel and all I'm able to love. Believing in myself is a must. To enable me to heal and deal with change as it comes.
Feel like Bowman in 2001. Throw me out of spaceship, face shit that I done. Kaleidoscopic city light, pass by in a rush. Trying to find a loved one till I turn it to dust. Can't trust the computer that we got in our pocket. Algorithm being sold to my soul for a profit. Spot runners in tank tops who clock by a bus stop. Clock for $1, hoping God is enough. Common sense like water for chocolate. Got a docket for the hybrid hominid digital socket that I plug into an eyelid. Look at the problem, no belonging to a world where sold is abundant. Curb serving like the mad circle. Expand virtual reality and write verbs in my life journal. Time slips in the lane that I'm overtaking. Last grain of sand in the hourglass fading. Bury my aunt, uncles, grandparents parents and cousins, young friends too, I cried so often. Alcoholic and drug toxin, nail a coffin to alleviate stress. For a second they promised, and now it's beyond flesh, where the body deposit. Astonishing, got their wings clipped up by the product. Soft-spoken and I'm humble among them, but a press kid and publicist couldn't script the hunger I follow. Hollow knowledge in the hologram, won't understand. Pour this egg cassette, cake deck, a Dutch in my hand. Clutch paper, then disintegrated all for my fam. 28th bar a pen, the same age that I am. Abrahamic chain linked to the prophet. Brain shrink in the forest where the oxygen cut off your hand. Handle it before it damage and dismantle your health. My heart pinned to the lapel, straight jacket itself.
Lost my way chasing rays of the sun in the grey cityscape where we chained to the funds, slave to mistakes, labeled by the ways that we'd lost, unable to trust, aiming for a place to adjust. Believing in myself is a must, for the sake of what I feel and all I'm able to love. Believing in myself is a must, to enable me to heal and deal with change as it comes.
Only a few will understand and appreciate. Only a few will understand and appreciate. Only a few will understand and appreciate. Only a few will understand and appreciate.
Growing up, I had this darkness inside of me. I didn't know what it was. It was something that I didn't relate to other people. It was something that my mom often told me that she would tell that I was depressed. And I dealt with that darkness. You know, the experience that I had, I wanted to remember it and understand.
On stage where I share pain to all those who listen. From my restraints to my hopes and ambitions. On a mission all to make the most of my position. Though slowly slipping, been conditioned to my own wrongs. Trying to go the distance, I can't hold on. Piffing away my wisdom as a little and trying to fit in with the grown dons. Sipping liquor to some slow songs. Perfecting writtens, niggas tripping if they thinking that they flow strong.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I like you.
Showing them how we different, I never had them issues, know that I'm cold. While I'm slow stepping through the zones to find my way home. Another ode to my losses, and all that I've prolonged. While you were flossing, I was trying to figure out where I belong or on profit. A young and running through your pockets. Now I'm jotting topics I find plotted on my dome. Dreamt of the tropics while I slumbered in my comforts. Deep beneath these wonders of my soul I often hide. While I glide towards tomorrow, I know times were road, that's fine.
You want a beer, mate?
I'll pass, man, I'm nice. So if I keep swigging the bottle, then if in this a part of me dies. Can't afford to be another of those guys who had a chance but didn't strive and fell short of the finish line. I ought to try. I owe it to the world, my words divine. I split hurt from the cursed dirt, curse we reside. Chasing highs or papes to buy what we crave to escape our lives. Slaves of a new wave, paying the price for all the choices that we do make. Unable to fight the same voices, we make voices in the voids of our mind.
In my mind's where I find I can be at peace. Though at times I may hide all I can't achieve. In my mind's where I find I can be at peace. Though at times I may hide all I can't achieve.
Lately I'm second guessing what I write. When I'm way past waving and hoping what I can find. Been trying to pass time but I make sense of the emptiness. Left to think over glasses of cheap wine. Seeking highs despite my lack of emphasis. For what? For these rhymes and sentences. Truly ain't been putting time into my penmanship. While almost blind to everything that matters most. Sat without a plan, the young man that learned to handle flows. Lost my balance to the madnesses on road. Been exposed since a young and bros bagging up the most. Some of my friends took trips for quick quids and hit the moats. Nothing was planned upon these lands that we call home. Where a man roams to stand broke and haggle in the cold for petty change. That's the next meal, no families involved. And gradually your sanity dissolves. We're all damaged by casualties in the place of calamity. Holding on to the cash we seek, overcoming the challenge. And some can't manage trying to balance the anguish. In a state of decay, living the same as the planet, our days numbered. Some favourite ways of comfort under sun rays, while others lay safe in slumber, our days numbered. Some favourite ways of comfort under sun rays, while others lay safe in slumber.
In my mind's where I find I can be at peace. Though at times I may hide all I can't achieve. In my mind's where I find I can be at peace. Though at times I may hide all I can't achieve.
Trust the power of your voice. Your voice is one of the most important things that you have that can change the world.
Real life. That's all we got. All comes together in the long run. Just keep it moving and stay focused on what you got right now. Don't lose hope, we all on the same path. Just keep shit moving. Shout out my G Slipz, shout out my Lost Boys, shout out my Crunch Dons, South London stand the fuck up. All my Brighton wave heads, I see you. All my people's caught up in the hustle, stay making that paper. So we got, know what the fuck it is. And that's the end for me, baby.
Yo, sadly, we gotta bring the show to an end. I wanna thank all y'all who locked in and all y'all who called. And of course, a big thank you to our special guests, Verbz and Mr. Slipz.
Thanks for having us.
Likewise, pleasure.
Before we go, y'all wanna give any shout outs?
Yeah, man. Shout the Crunks. Shout all the man them. Shout everyone that made this possible. Shout Rico and Lupe. Shout my moms. Shout everybody. Shout all the Brighton boys, shout my Lost Boys, the wave heads. Stay waving, baby. But shout all of you lot that fuck with the music. Love.
Shouts to all my family, all my homies, all my homegirls, all the insects in the world, all the waterfalls, and shouts to Molten Lava in Quavers. Yeah.
Okay, so as per usual, before our show ends, it's time for our famous 2202. Let Derek ask you a question. Do we have a lucky caller on the line?
Yes.
Okay, so are you ready?
Yes.
Lucky caller.
Yes.
I gotta ask you now. What is your favorite, least favorite, favorite.
Yes.
What is your favorite pet?
I don't know. I think my favorite pet is the dog. Because I got 2 dogs. Yes.